Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a video just showing me painting my G&P SPR or Mk.12 Mod1. I'm not going to be showing any like real techniques I guess in this, so this is just kind of a painting overview video. A lot of you guys have been asking me or like kind of how I do my paint jobs and etc. So this is going to be one of those videos, and maybe I'll show some like snake skin or whatever. I don't know, but let's get into it. Alright, so for colors, I use Rust-Oleum Camouflage series. You can pretty much find these anywhere or any kind of Walmart or store kind of like that. But here I have kind of the khaki or the tan, and then I also have kind of a lighter green, and then a darker green and a brown, which I've lost the caps to, so I can't really show you the color. But again, they're going to come in this style paint can unless they've changed the kind of the graphic on here. And then I also have, it's Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch, I guess. Where is it? Satin Nutmeg. It's kind of this color. It's a little kind of a more FDE tan-ish, if you will. It's pretty nice. My one complaint about it is that this is it's more glossy than the Camouflage series is, so you kind of have to, or at least in my opinion, you kind of have to muddy this color down with, say, a light dusting of a different color over this to get the kind of the matte finish that you want. So yeah, those are the colors I'm using. Hope that helps. Alright, so just kind of prep work to paint. A lot of people, they'll say that you need to kind of tape off the magwell or the small little area between the trigger and the gearbox, just so you don't get paint on it. Honestly, you don't really need to do that. I mean, I wouldn't go spraying directly into the magwell. I kind of avoid that. But honestly, if you get a little paint on the gearbox or whatever, it's not going to do anything. So yeah, normally I would kind of take off all the accessories and then kind of paint them individually. But you know, I don't really see my setup on this gun changing a whole lot, and I don't really care if there's maybe a black spot on the rail if I go to take off an accessory or not. So anyway, I'm just gonna give this a tan base coat, and then I will move on to the other colors. Alright, so Lily, hey, get out of there. So foolishly, I started this and realized I didn't have any more tan, which I thought I did. So rather than going to the store, I'm actually going to try and kind of work around it. And I'm actually going to do a base coat in this nutmeg that I was talking about, which I haven't done before, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to do the base in nutmeg, and then I'll accent it with leftover tan that I have, browns, and then maybe some greens as well. So anyway, let's get on to that. Alright, so before we do that, I guess, I don't know if this is a tip or just kind of what I do, but I'm a rather impatient guy when it comes to painting. I like things to dry quickly so I can get the next color on, whatever. So some people will air dry the guns. I personally have a fan going right now to dry it quicker so I get the next layer on. I guess this kind of is a little tip, I guess. But a lot of people, they'll wait until the first layer is completely dry before they put on the second layer or the accents. I find that you don't really need to do that. You definitely don't want to be spraying them on if it's like wet, but I find that once it's fairly dry, or say it's a little sticky but it's dry for the most part, you can go ahead and add the second layer on. However, if you want to keep this paint job and you're not going to let it wear naturally, I would kind of wait, then do the next colors or whatever, and then clear coat the whole thing. But for those that are just going to let it wear naturally, kind of the more milsim look, I guess, if you will, you can just go ahead and spray it on whatever. If it ends up coming up rough, you know, honestly, I think it adds to the character of the gun, and you know, it's going to wear off anyway, so it's not really something to be too concerned about. So anyway, like I said, let's get on to the nutmeg base coat. All right, now we're going to move on to some kind of brown accents. I never really have kind of a preset plan as to what I'm doing or how I'm going to paint my guns. I kind of just go at them, and you know, whatever I think looks good at the moment, or you know, I just kind of test it out as I'm painting. So I mean, feel free to just go at it with whatever you want, and if you don't like the results, you can always paint it later or change it up. So alright, so what I did there, I did some brown kind of striping, or just kind of just a random pattern to kind of break up the outline, and then I went over, I just kind of dusted the entire thing on this, hopefully kind of take away some of the shine that you'll see because of the nutmeg color. So I may be adding some lighter tan, maybe a little bit of green in there, and I'll kind of fast forward ahead, and you can see that process. Alright, so I'm going to call this side completed. I'll do the other side, and then at the end I'll kind of do some close-ups, and you can see my patterning, etc., and just kind of see what the overall thing will look like. And then I'll throw in some actual pictures as well. Hopefully you can get a better idea. Alright, so here's the completed project, yeah. You can't really pick it up as much in this camera as I'd like, so hopefully the photos I throw in here will look a little bit better. But here's the finished product, and yeah. A few more kind of helpful hints or tips. If you're going to be wearing this, to kind of give it the more used look, let it wear naturally. I've tried both artificially wearing and weathering it letting it wear naturally, and it will always look better if it's done naturally. I've had successful artificial wears, but honestly, nothing beats it being artificially or naturally done. It looks better, and you'll honestly just be happier in the long run. So yeah, here's the final product, and hope you guys like it.